Hey y'all, it's your girl Kaysa. Listen, I had to come on camera to share some things with you. Now, if you guys see me sweating profusely, please give your girl some grace. I just got through finished walking, and walking is a part of my new journey, rebuilding, rebranding, all of that. It makes sense. It comes together, okay? All right. Now, let's get down to what you came here for. I was recently given an event that might be beneficial to me as a vendor. One of my god sisters, rather, she gave me the event because mostly we do these things together. Sometimes we double up and we share the booth rent. Okay, so that's one vendor tip. If you want to go and do this elaborate thing, maybe it's the Art and Wine Soul or it's the Bluegrass Festival, and you think that it's worth doing, try to partner up with somebody so that you don't have to foot the whole bill. Now, I looked at this event. It's in Mountain View, which is not too far from where I am. They are charging $425 for 2 days. I don't have an issue with that. That makes sense to me. That's doable. You're paying your booth rent for 2 days. The problem came in, y'all, when they said, well, we want 10% of your sales. You have lost your cotton picking mind. You want me to give you $425 for 2 days. Then you want me to turn around and give you 10% of my sale. Now, let me tell you why that doesn't make sense. And it's a no-go. Because what if you only make the $425? So now you got to give them 10% of the $425 that you just made back. Which means you don't even break even, y'all. It means you come in up under. Make it make sense, because it ain't. The math ain't mathing. And what you are doing is extortion. I want you guys to be aware of people like this. I don't care if you're seasoned. If you are a beginner, and those of you that are seasoned vendors, y'all know that don't even make sense. Especially when you are in a day and time where handmade needs a revival. Handmade needs to really be reintroduced to people, because a lot of people think that your handmade items is not worth it. They think that it's easy to do that. They think that the manufactured stuff is where it's at. In other words, they think that it is more expensive to manufacture than it is to hand make. So being that we're dealing with a society that kind of gets away from handmade and more manufactured, that just like with the AI, y'all, getting away from the human touch to the artificial touch. Now, granted, I don't have a thing against AI. I use it, and I use it for the things that I need to use it for. Always take advantage of something and use it to your advantage. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say with that. But it does not make sense for you to pay $425. Then on top of that, you got to pay 10% of what you've earned. Now, even if you are a seasoned vet at this, and maybe this is a festival that you commonly do every year, and you don't mind paying the $425 or the $500, whatever it is, plus the 10%, because you have a customer base there. But every year it changes, y'all. Why give people extra money? I can save $425 plus my 10% and sell online. These people have gotten ridiculous with their price gouging behavior. They are not going to guarantee that it is an event that is well advertised. They're not going to hone in on handmade. They're not going to be like, okay, calling all handmade lovers, this is the fair for you. They're not going to do that. They're going to say, hey, we got a wine festival here. We got so-and-so here that's performing. Come on out. We got arts and crafts and all of this other stuff. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, they still are not going to help you make your money. Am I saying that it's their responsibility for you to make your money? Yes and no. If I am asking for a certain amount of money from you, I owe you something. I need to guarantee that the vending event that I am saying I want you to come here to do, I have an obligation to give you an opportunity not only to make your money and the network, but that you have the best experience as possible so that I can commandeer your services again. These events, y'all, can't make money without us. They are using the vendors to pay the artists that they want to come perform. Or they're using us to pay for the event. So you do have an obligation to me as a vendor. Yes, you do have an obligation. But at the same time, I got to still bring my A game, and I still got to bring out products that are sellable, that are, either affordable or they are complementary to people's style. That's my obligation. So on that part of it, they're not obligated, but they are obligated when they're saying you're going to rent this booth space for a certain specific time and a certain space. They owe you the opportunity to have the best experience possible. So this is why I tell you guys, be careful at these vending events that you're choosing. Again, I'm going to remind you, as I did in the other video the other day, and that is, before you choose a vending event, several things you need to do. You need to go to an event like it, look at the vendor's face around the place and see if they're happy or not. You don't have to ask them nothing, because most of them probably won't talk to you and tell you anything, anyway. And then sometimes they do if they're friendly. I'm telling you, before you commit your money, your time, your product to a festival, a conference, whatever it is, check out the type of people that are going to be there. See if it is an environment that meets your standards, meaning that it is going to be viable for you. I wanted to share this with you all because it is so ridiculous at how these places are taking advantage of the fact that you need a place to sell your product. Y'all better get online. And y'all better learn how to work online. Yeah. Because I think if we start saying to these people, I reject your prices. I reject what you're doing. They'll start tightening this thing up, because if you don't have no vendors, then you're not going to really have a festival. You're just going to have people. You might as well have a musical concert, and then you have to start charging the people to let them in. Most of these events are free for the public. They're just not free for the vendors. This has been my vendor's tip of the day, and I just wanted to share with y'all. Don't get caught up. I don't have a problem with paying $4.25 a day. Not $4.25 a day, but $4.25 for 2 days. And even if it were $600 for 3 days, that's still a good deal. Okay? The issue is now when you think that you have the right to price gouge. My booth fee is not good enough, but you want 10% of my money. And as I told you before, if I only break even and I only make the $4.25 back, what is 10% of the $4.25? You do the math. No, because that leaves me in the red. We want to be in the black, y'all, not the red. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Thank you to all my new subscribers, my writers, and I'll see you in the next video.